Everything you said we already knew, more or less.
Well, here's something that you didn't know. 2 of those special atomic bombs haven't gone off.
So it's really cold out, so Prada wears a little hoodie to keep her warm. And she wears a jacket when she goes outside.
Hi, welcome back to my channel where we shamelessly talk about the things that make us smile, especially beauty products. Today we're going to be talking about the new Sonia G brushes that just came out, her Pro Eye Set. I just got it in the mail like 2 days ago, but I've been busy and haven't had a chance to review it. Before we do that though, let me put some makeup on. Sonia G is a brush enthusiast. She has her own blog called Sweet Makeup Temptations. She spends a lot of time talking about various luxury brushes, what's good about them, what's not, which ones are for her, which ones aren't. It's a really great resource for people. What she decided to do is start making her own line of brushes. So she works with people in Japan who hand make them. So I have some from her old collection, which I guess is like old but not that old. And she just released this new collection called the Pro Eye Set. It is unfortunately sold out right now. It will come back into stock eventually. I think it's going to take a while because she has to have them ordered and handmade all over again. But this is how they come wrapped. I love how like inside it's basically its own little box. Oh my gosh, they do such a good job. I believe these are the brushes, the brush set. It also comes with a Beautylish bag. Let's talk about the important stuff. So these are the brushes. It comes wrapped in tissue paper with a cute little like canvas bow. It would be nice if they came in a box. Oh my gosh, here are the brushes. Look at the bottom. It has a number. So it must be the number in the set that it was made. I love it. Oh my goodness, I love it so much. I don't even want to open it. I feel like it's a collector's item, but I'm gonna open it. I actually have my iPad up so that I can read what each brush is about as we do this. Let's start by showing you the brushes and comparing them to her previous brushes. Excuse that my brushes are super dirty. This is the Sonia G Worker 2. This is her original, and I'm gonna show you the Worker Pro. One thing that you notice immediately is the difference in the handles, which I kind of like. It's gonna be much easier to hold this, like already holding it. It's very comfortable in my hand. These were not uncomfortable, they're just kind of big. So these are not awkward, they're lovely and wonderful, but I feel like she made it even better. The other thing that I noticed right away is that the logo is a little bit different. The top is the original logo and it says Sonia G, and the bottom is the new logo for the Pro. It says Sonia G, but the S has something interesting going on there. So it looks very luxe and very like, ooh, this one is special. I also will say that the Worker Pro is shorter. It's definitely not as thick. So the next one I'm gonna show you is the Blender Pro. I will show it to you compared to my Tom Ford blending brush. So immediately you can see this is much shorter and it's not as fanned out. I also think this one is maybe a little bit more of a point to it, the Sonia G brush. Again, I really love these handles. I just think it's very like, almost like if you were a painter. It's like, Blender Pro, meet the ultimate blending brush. Well, hello, I can't believe I did that. The Blender Pro features the perfect density and grip to diffuse pigment across skin with a soft as silk feel. You'll never worry about blending again. The next one is the Pencil Pro. Now I do have her original pencil brush. What I will say is that her Pencil 1 brush from her original set is my least favorite. It's a little bit pointy and pokes me in the eye when I try to use it. So this is the Pencil Pro brush and it's white. Let's see what it says. Pencil Pro, a domed shape detail brush designed for precise application from any angle. Densely packed Psychoho goat bristles give it the perfect balance of softness and strength for contouring, defining, smudging, blending, and much more. And I do think it's going to be a good sort of like contour brush. Look at that, that's perfect. I also wanted to point out that the Pencil Pro really reminds me of her Pencil 2. They're about the same length. This one is a little bit obviously thicker and doesn't have as much of a point to it. I love this for under the eye, but I don't love it for building up color in my outer V, and this would be better. I feel like they're gonna complement each other really well. Builder Pro. I actually don't have her original Builder brush because it is sold out, but this is the Builder Pro. So the Builder Pro, let's read together. Build color and intensity effortlessly with the dynamic Builder Pro. Color and intensity, it's exactly what I want. Tapered layers of bristles on both sides give you complete control of product placement while reducing fallout. This sounds like a dream brush. Crease Pro brush. So this is the original. It's got a good shape. It's perfect for getting right in the crease. It has a nice like little tip to it. This is her new Crease Pro Pro brush. It's definitely longer. It has a bit more give than this one. It says Crease Pro, a lightweight crease brush designed for precise placement, easy application, and seamless blending. The tapered tip gets right into the crease for adding depth and dimension to your eye looks. Let's jump into this. Palette that I want to use for today is the Juvia's Place Festival palette. Luxury level brushes, like really expensive brushes, and this palette literally cost me $11. So this is the Blender Pro. I'm going to start with this. I think I'm going to take this Oro color and use my Blender Pro. It's doing a really good job of like laying it down but blending it out as it lays it down. Do I look like I have jaundice in this eye? I also like that because it's not made of goat hair, 75% sure it's not made out of goat hair, and because of that I feel like it doesn't lay down the powder as intensely, which is a good thing. You want to be able to build it up, especially when you're laying it down in the crease area. I want to take Enwoop and put that just underneath. I'm probably going to use the Crease Pro. Ooh, look at that. That picked up the color super intensely. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, I like this brush a lot. I would say I like this even better than her original crease brush. I mean, I really like that crease brush because I think it does a wonderful job of laying down the product in the crease like really intensely, but this is even an upgrade to that. I'm kind of shocked. I feel like it's laying it down but also blending it out. The other one, while I loved it, I would lay it down and because of the brush itself, I'd have to really blend it out afterwards, which is cool. Like that's totally fine. But this one I feel like is doing both at the same time. Can you see that so far? I'm liking how this is turning out. Very pretty, and the brush is doing such a good job. Playing with colors like this can get really messy. I'm actually really able to put it precisely where I want it. That's what she wrote in the description. Precise placement. Super true. It's going where I want it, but not where I don't. So I'm gonna try to put the color more intensely now. Really start building it up right in the eye socket crease area because I want to make sure that the color can be seen. Good job, Sonia G. Doing it again. Like if Sonia G brushes were in a poker game, I feel like Sonia G would have been like, I see you're 15 and I raise you $1 million. Does that look pretty? I like it. I like it a lot. I like how it blended out on the sides too. I hate how they get dirty. Totally stained. It's completely stained orange. I'm gonna take Odo Glue and go just underneath. Yeah, it's laying it down exactly where I want it. It's so interesting. I've not had this experience before with brush. What I'm seeing is beautiful. I don't know if that's what's translating, but I really like how it's laying down the color. Oh, that's so nice. I'm gonna take the Builder Pro and use that to lay down ABBA on the 3/4 of my lid towards the inner. You can see how well it picked up the color. And it said it's supposed to reduce fallout. Do you see this? This doesn't happen, ever. Oh my god. This is gonna be my new favorite brush, I think. Wow. This is my new favorite brush, period. Done, done and done. I can't get over how great that is. Also just wanna note there's 0 fallout. Sonia, good job. Sonia. You going to bed, Grace? I love you. Sleep tight, baby. Isn't it so good? This brush, it just laid it right down.
I'm gonna use that palette more. Okay, cool.
I love you, bye. 0 fallout. That's incredible. I'm gonna use the Worker Pro. Yeah, I just wanted to like lace them down first. And then I'll go and start doing some contouring with my Pencil Pro. That was perfect. Okay, so I did have some fallout with this brush, but like, look how perfectly it laid down the color. I've never seen that. Okay, it did a phenomenal job. It just laid down the color instantly. I feel like I could use it to make a little wing. And then I think I want to take Uli and put it in the center of the eye. So to do that, I'm gonna try the Worker Pro. Pretty. I like it a lot. Blender Pro. Just gonna try blending. All right, so I think I might have put too much on. What I'm actually gonna do is go in with this one and really just buff it out. So for inner corner, and I'm gonna use Pencil Pro. I'm excited to use Pencil Pro for my inner corner. Let's see how this works out. Oh yeah, that works really well for inner corner. I'm kind of particular about my inner corner. So what I wanna do underneath is take the Pencil 2, my favorite. I like it because it just puts a nice swath of color under there. Kaliki has a lot of fallout. I'm just gonna point that out. I've noticed it throughout. And then I'm gonna take my Pencil Pro and apply a little bit more. This is the Milk Makeup Liner in the shade Boss. That gave me more of the look that I wanted. have this sample of YSL called the Shock. That is the look. I love the look. I mean, I also really like the palette. This is good. I didn't put any concealer down, and I think it did a wonderful job of laying down the blue. I'm so excited. Okay, let me finish my makeup and then we can talk a little bit more about the brushes. I'm gonna use the Amrezy highlighter. Look at this. It actually has ridges. What? I just got this today. It's like this lovely sheen. I actually just want to put it all over. It's just my favorite. Oh wow, that's pretty. It looks super natural. Wow, it just looks wet. I like it. I love this highlight. Oh, it's so pretty. I have a ton of Pat McGrath lipsticks. We're gonna take this Flesh whatever color. I really like that. This is Charlotte Tilbury lip gloss in the shade Blondie. Said it before and I'll say it again. Her lip glosses are my favorite. I love it so much. Okay, this is the finished look. I love it. I love so much of what I tried. I think I used all of them, but these are not the ones, all the ones I'm reviewing. These are the brushes I used today to complete this look. These are the Pro brush set, and these are two of her two of her earlier brushes. These were phenomenal, just really, really fabulous. She did a wonderful job. All of the brushes performed great. The one I used the least was the Worker Pro, and I just think I didn't need it as much because these four really got the job done. I had the Worker 2. I just think it's great. It's like an all-purpose brush. It's bigger. This is a really good blending brush. I didn't think it was good for packing on color. I guess this one could. The Builder Pro was so good for packing on color. I don't know that you would need the Worker Pro to pack on color. I don't know. I'm a little on the fence there, but it's a set, so you get all 5 anyway, so who cares? I really do like the Worker 2 brush. I think I would still get it in addition to having this set. You could do an entire eye look with this Worker 2 brush. This was the Blender Pro. I was a little bit doubtful that I would like this that much, especially compared to my Tom Ford blending brush, which just always gets the job done for me. This performed really well. I always thought this brush was so great because it's so big and wide and it's like wonderful just blending everything out. But because of that, it's not very precise. What was fascinating about this brush is that it's very precise in terms of where you put it down, but it blends almost at the same time that you put it down, and it goes where you want it to go, and it just gave me such a nice blend. Whereas this one, the color goes everywhere and it blends up too high. I actually think that I like this Blender Pro better than my Tom Ford. At the end, I did use this brush to just blend everything together as best I could. But yes, this, my new go-to blending brush. Just depending on how you hold the brush and the way you angle it, you could really get a good blend. It just sits against your eye and then just blends it at the same time, but doesn't put too much down. It does take a little bit more time because it's smaller. The end result is so much better. Okay, the next brush that I went in using was the Crease Pro brush. I also have her Crease 1 brush. I think they both serve different purposes. I don't think one is better than the other. I think I see myself using the Crease Pro brush more than the Crease 1 brush, but I would use both. This is a really good one to get an intense line of color in my crease, but I think for most looks, I want sort of a nice blend out of color. This Crease 1 lays down the color, but it's not going to blend it for you. But this Crease Pro, it lays it down and it blends it. From there, I went in with the Builder Pro to lay down the blue. I loved it. It did a wonderful job. I mean, you saw how well it laid the color down. I didn't put concealer down. I didn't wet my brush. I do wish I had wet my brush. I think it would have been an even more intense color. I didn't have any issues with fallout while I applied it. Later on, I did get fallout. I wonder if it's because I was blending over it with other brushes and it started to have fallout, but this one, it limits fallout, and she's totally right. It really did limit it when I used it. I'm beyond impressed with the brush. I also just love how easy it is to hold. See that? Just like... So I said that this is my new favorite brush. These are my 2 new favorite brushes. This is great for blending and this is great for packing on color. And then I'm so excited to compare the Pencil 1 and the Pencil Pro. And that is because I mentioned earlier the Pencil 1, this one, not my favorite of her brushes. This one, the Pencil Pro, performed so much better and I'm so excited that I have it. This one I think is a wonderful cross between this Pencil 1 and this Pencil 2. Wonderful cross between the two. This is my favorite. Like I've told you before, I love this brush for like putting color underneath my eyelid, but this I'd used to put be a little bit more precise. It was great in terms of laying the color down in my outer V. Great for my inner corner. I've been looking for just like the right inner corner brush and I feel like this is that. I just think this is very versatile. Sonia, you did a great job. I was hesitant when these came out to buy them because I was thinking, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna need these, and I was like, $150, it's kind of pricey. It's $30 a brush, which I guess isn't so bad for the quality of brush that you get. Pay more for Tom Ford. It was $58 for this brush. This actually is a really good price, I guess, and they're wonderful. So beautiful. They're so light. They are just perfect to hold. She also said that she'll be selling them individually. The only one I would be a little bit unsure of, like I said, is this Worker Pro. I do think this is a wonderful set and so worth the value. I also want to just take a quick moment to review the Juvia's Place Festival palette. I wasn't sure about getting it. I've actually seen it many times before, and to me it just looks a little bit kiddie, you know, like for kids. I've always just passed on it, but I own so many of her palettes, and I think this was like one of the last ones I didn't own. I got it and I'm so happy I did. When I swatched it, I was really impressed with the colors. They're actually much more beautiful in person, I feel like, than the way that they even look on the camera. This is the Amrezy highlighter. It was just re-released. It is beautiful. My skin looks wet and glowing and perfect. Love it. Like, I'm so glad I got this. The last time they came out, it totally sold out and it's been impossible to get, and so if you're like at all interested, I would grab it now while you can. And that's everything. I'm so glad that you came to join me today. I have a lot of new subscribers and I just want to say welcome to everybody. I'm so glad that you're here. Is there anything else? If you haven't had the chance, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you join the family. All right, guys, it was great. It's been real. I will see you in the next video, whichever direction that is. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. Bye.